All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, and this and that for life. I'm always for life, nigga. This a blow. Hey, yo, Madara. Here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you what. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. Disloyalties and death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fit. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like bad pal, but ain't no getting off the game like Jumanji. You take that offense or Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fucking raised it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. Dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told him I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs. They under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
Now turn the headphones up just a little bit. Yeah.
So up a y'all dog. 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 So up a y'all dog.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. You go to war, y'all. You better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. You go to war, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
I used to wake up every morning, boy, and all I seen was mess. Plus the shit that I was dealing with, all I seen was stress. Now I really know the truth. And I understand what hurting niggas. Beast of the fields, they eat us up and they hurting you. U.P.K is what I'm repping. Siamese a weapon. Some of you niggas playing, but me, I'm really stepping. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Them heathens, they gon' learn. Them heathens, they gon' burn. Esau is about to fall. Then Jacob is all turned. They been fucking with the chosen, so they gotta pay. Revelation 13 and 10. Tell me, what does it say?
So up a y'all dog. So up a y'all dog. So up a y'all dog. So up a y'all dog.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. You go to war, you better turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east.
The blood that's in my veins is sin straight from the greatest. All of my tool is dope, but that 40 know it's my favorite. And we losing all our babies to this crazy shit we represent. The money in the world, nigga, this crazy shit ain't making sense. We the children of the light, and we fighting all the darkness. The way I'm stacking ammo, my bitches thinking I'm harmless. Them devils get the smile and got you thinking that he harmless. Remember Oklahoma? That is where them cracker bombs. The pain will make you wake up, you know. They really hate it. They turn the truth into a lie. That's the shit they gotta pay for. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Yeah.
Show up, we have to know. 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 Show up, we have to know.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. Before you go to war, you better turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east. Before you go to war, you better turn to the east, turn to the east, turn to the east.
Pando, kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You are Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on the yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, fear, give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bass and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi why he get them babies herpes. I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this is an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And another blasphemy. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How I keep that stick locked, loaded, but here, bitch, line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? What you be done to try? Psycho shit, we bout it. U.P.K, too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. U.P.K too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. Then up clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And the lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get them no. But I see the shorter and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How I keep that stick locked, lame and Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. U.P.K play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga on war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How I keep that stick locked, loaded, but here, fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stress by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Test 1 2 1 2.
Check. Am I?
Con, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, sir. Come.
Is it too loud or too low?
No, it's just actually perfect, sir.
It's good?
It's too loud. What about us? Is our audio coming through too loud?
Con, you too loud, brother. I can hear you loud and clear. You good to go.
Come, sir. Most of the let's clap it up. Hey, shalom. Yahawashi Shabbat Rocket Thumb to the brothers in house Shamal Thumb. Shout out the sisters. Salakia. Just get this out the way. Pardon me. And it means, hey, shalom, Kia one. That was good, bro. Can you hear me good? Most high in Christ. Yeah, we should be too loud.
Salakia, thought one. Could you turn your input down just a little bit, brother? You kind of hot over there, Baba Kusha.
So my input down?
Yeah, your mic kind of real loud, just a little bit.
How about now, sir?
A little bit more, Baba Kusha. Just a little bit more.
This water?
That's too off. Good to go. The water.
Come on, sir. Come on. Most high in Christ. Come. The water, sir. God, it's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. The water, bro. This is Tuesday night Brotherhood class here in North Carolina. We got a few zones in right now. More zones should be joining us shortly. From Durham, North Carolina, we got Fayetteville in the building. Charlotte should be joining us shortly. We also got Jamaica in the building as well. You know what I'm saying? And we should have Bahamas coming in soon and so on. Salakia. No. This is it's not connected. It's separate. Okay. Most High in Christ. But County, this is Tuesday Brotherhood class. So of course, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 holding it down until one of my Adawanian take over, and ultimately until Captain of 13,009 Bunyamin comes in to take over the class. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get just rolling into it right now. If you have any questions of any kind, of course, if you online, you can just type it into the chat, and you know what I'm saying, I'll see it, or one of the men above me when they take over will see it and they can answer it. If I can break it down, that's what I'll do. If not, we'll just write it down, you know what I'm saying, for one of the Adawanians to break it down when they come in. All right, so you can type those questions into the chat. Also, if you're in any of the zones live with us, then you can just raise your hand in your zone. The brothers will let me know, or let whoever's teaching know, will address your question. All right. So with that being said, are there any questions in the room in any of the zones at the moment? No sweat. If anything, just let the brothers in your zone know, and we'll go ahead and answer your question. Like I said, if you're online, just type it into the chat. All right. But in the meantime, I wanted to grab a scripture real quick, if I could. Bear with me just a moment. Somebody give me the book of 2 Peter. I want 2 Peter, the first chapter and the 10th verse. 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. I want to start there again, just to kind of get the ball rolling for class today. First off, give a hand clap to that 55th annual Passover that we just had. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get this term, honestly. Or matter of fact, no, pass to me. I got it. Yeah. I know. I got it.
We're gonna say get on,
Yeah, I got you. So no sweat.
I don't see us up there.
Yeah, no. We'll just get a photo up there or something. It's like you. Yeah, so I need First Peter. Somebody to get me. It's gonna be 2 Peter. It's like you. 2 Peter, the first chapter and the 10th verse. 2 Peter. 2 Peter, the first chapter and the 10th verse. That's where I want to go with it. If you could.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 10. But chiefly them that walk.
No, chapter 1.
Chapter 1 verse 10.
2 Peter 1 and 10.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Say it again. Give diligence. First of all, what is diligence? What is it? What does diligence mean?
So like you said,
Go ahead.
it's the effort that you make in accomplishing your goal.
You're right. Let's get a dictionary definition. You're absolutely right, though. But let's just see how they word it, right? Let's see what diligence means, right? Because it said give diligence. So what are we giving diligence? And what is diligence? What are we giving it to? All right. Let's see. Somebody got that definition of diligence?
Sure.
If not, no sweat, I'll get it. I got you right here. Diligence. Careful and persistent work or effort. Okay? Steady, earnest, and energetic effort. Devoted and painstaking work and application to accomplish an undertaking. Right? So Officer Yanazar was 100% correct when he talked about the work, right? And he talked about, the persistence. That's a key word with diligence. So to be diligent at something means it's continual. It's consistent. It's steady. You keep going at the same thing. It's like working out. You keep, you know what I mean? You keep going and you keep going and you keep doing the same thing to maintain a result, to create a result and maintain a result. Okay? So now read the scripture again. Now we know what diligence is. It's painstaking, consistent, steady work and effort.
The book of Peter, 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Yeah.
Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence.
Give diligence. Give that consistent, painstaking, means it ain't going to be easy, work and effort. Go ahead.
To make your calling and election.
To make your what?
Calling. And election.
Why? Because what does the other scripture say? Many are what? Many are called, right? You are chosen. So you want to make your calling, go ahead, and what?
And election.
So not just your calling, not just you've been called to do something. Because again, many of us are called to do it. A lot of us are called to do it. But you want to make your calling and your election, your being chosen, what?
Sure.
No, you want to make it an accident.
Sure.
You want to say maybe it'll happen.
Sure.
You want to make it a sure thing. Through what? Through diligence. Okay? That's what you want to do. Now again, none of us knows. The scriptures say the Most High, you understand, he gives favor to who he gives favor. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? He chooses who he chooses. And he'll, you know what I'm saying, whoever he decides to save is who he saves, and so on. But you want to try your best through diligence to make your election sure. We are in the last days. Every single day, Putin doing something. Kim Jong-un doing something. Iran is doing something. Iraq is doing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every country is doing something to let you know we are going into the third world war. It should be obvious by now. And if you think that's not happening, then you just fooling yourself. Salaki, sir, you ready, sir?
Salaki, that one, if I may, you mind? I want to go in. We at 2 Peter 1 and 10, right?
Come, so I can pass the class to you. You ready, sir?
Baba Kasha, I'm ready. The water. Can y'all hear me clear?
I hear you just fine, sir. And with that, I will pass the class over to priest and officer of 5,000, Zion Yahweh.
Clap it up, man. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Hell of a job. Top one. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua Brakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Alathan by Hashem Yahushua to the sisters. Once again, with the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating on the command and Jenny YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth, man. If you do not celebrate the Lord's 55th Passover in Snow Hill with the I.S.U.P.K, I don't know what you were doing with yourself, man. We had such a glorious time in the name of the Most High, going out and keeping our traditions and rocking glorious garments and war scarves, and his sisters in their modest apparel, looking glorious. Man, that thing was an absolute sight. And I'm honored to really be a part of the process of making it all happen, because if everybody really understood what it took for the Lord's Passover to be put together, oh my goodness, man. I mean, you have brothers and sisters that went without sleep. You understand? We really understand the meaning of sacrifice when it comes to putting something together for the Most High. And that's the only way you're going to do it. You have to understand sacrifice. That's why that scripture says, what again? Wherefore, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election what? Sure. How can you do the work of the Lord if you're not what? You're not sure. You understand? How can you stand up and go without sleep if you're not sure? You understand? You know what you'll be doing when you're not sure about your election, what you've chosen to do? You know what you do when you're not sure about something? You procrastinate. You take your time. You begin to make what? Excuses. That's why one of the mottos in the I.S.U.P.K is what, y'all?
No excuses.
Go ahead.
No excuses.
No excuses, all right? And when you are sure about something that you're doing, there's less room for error. You understand?
Sir.
Come on with it, brother.
And if I could, sir, another one of our mottos is don't be sure, make sure.
Yeah, come. Get a brother hand. You understand? Don't be sure, make sure. You understand? You be less inclined to make an error. Anything, and finish reading that verse, Bob. So I'm going to show you something else about this verse. Go ahead and finish reading that, Yonazar.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Go ahead.
For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
No, it said you might fall.
Never fall.
You have the tendency to fall.
Never fall.
Right. So if ye do these things, what are the things that it's asking you to do? What is it saying? If you do what? What are these things, Baba Kashaw?
Slavic, sir.
Please.
It's obeying the Most High, first of all. And
that's true. That's true, but what else? What's in the verse?
The work.
Right. If you do these things, right. What is those things? Making your election sure. And what are the actions that you do to show that you've made your election sure?
Slavic, sir. Showing up consistently.
Is it celebrating Thanksgiving?
Sir.
What about Halloween? What about May Day or Election Day for the United States?
Sir.
So how are we making our election sure when it comes to serving the Lord?
By first of all, by following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Following the law, statutes, and commandments. What else?
Following the men above you and taking orders and performing your duty as prescribed.
Right.
And being consistent in your effort.
And you can only do these things if you what?
If you're sure.
If you're sure, that's true. And what else? You got to fear the Lord. Yeah, we have to fear the Lord, right? And if you fear the Lord, those things go together. Fearing the Lord is like, you know what? I'm not going to do these things because I know who the Most High is. I know what my culture is. I know where I come from. If I'm doing those things, I am what? Making my election sure. So even though you may go through a rough patch, guess what? If you're doing these things, you should never fail. You know what the scripture say? You should never fail in what, though? That don't mean you won't hit the game-winning shot in a basketball game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean like that pineapple cake recipe that you have won't come out burnt sometimes, or maybe undercooked. Is that underdone when you talking about cakes? Right? That's not what it means. That means you're making your election sure when it comes to serving the Lord. the things that the Most High said about brotherhood, about sisterhood, about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man, you will never go in want of nothing. You understand? And those when I'm talking about wants, I'm not talking about the things that are in your mind. I'm talking about the Most High's will. That we say when we say the Lord's Prayer, we say the Lord's will, right? Right. So somebody give me a first thing we have to do when you're talking about making the election sure, man, is fearing the Lord. Somebody give me Proverbs 1:7, Baba Kushaw. Who all we have in here tonight? Everybody to what? Most High Christ. I got Kawal with me. I got Taba One, Yanazar. Who's that? Jamaica over there. Turn you got your mic on, brother? Most High Christ. How you doing, huh?
Two officer, yeah, man.
Most High Christ. Mm-hmm. Who got it for you?
Yeah, also, yeah, sir.
Come on.
Book of Proverbs.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Right. So we start out, top one started off the class with a banger off top, making your election sure. We talking about fearing. Read the verse again, Yonazar, Baba Kushaw.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
What does it mean to fear the Lord? How do you fear the Lord? How do you fear the Lord? Like, I'm going back to like fearing the Lord is like is fearing the Lord celebrating Christmas? Is fearing the Lord celebrating your birthdays, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? What about being a I don't know, a whoremonger or a whore? Are those things fearing the Lord? So what is the difference between fearing the Lord and not fearing the Lord according to the scriptures?
The difference is simply keeping his commandments.
Mm-hmm.
If you fear the Lord, you'll obey him.
Right. So that's the beginning of wisdom. So how do those things go together? Somebody break it down so we can really get the gist of what it's saying. Come on.
Okay. The fear of the Lord is knowing what he can do. You understand it? Knowing what he can do, that he has power over all things, right? But also, you know that by fearing the Lord, it's beneficial to you as well.
Right. So that's what we want to start. See, now we're going back to what Top One started at. See, and in fearing the Lord, you can't fail, right? Because wisdom, the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you'll have, guess what? It surpasses all the other things that are in the earth. You want to start there when you're talking about serving the Lord, the wisdom of the earth. What did they say about Israel? Surely this must be a what? Wise. What? And then what it says, surely this must be a what, Yanazar?
Wise and understanding people.
Right. And that was based off of what?
The knowledge of the laws that the Most High gave us.
Right. Us fearing the Lord. So the fact that we look at Israel today, the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, do you hear the things that they say about us? Do y'all in all the negative and derogatory terms that we are called in the earth today? What are some of those terms that come to mind based on how we're living today? When you turn on the news, who do they criminalize the most?
Well, sir, it would be black men, and we're the epitome of what a black man should be.
Right. So somebody do me, Jamaica, do me a favor, Barbershop. What's the Could you get me the definition of criminalization, Baba Kusha, please?
Gun.
Just give me the definition of criminalization. So when we talking about the things that they talk about us, do they walk in and say that Black, Hispanic, Native Indians are good fathers? Do they say our women are good mothers? What about our children when they go to school? What about our communities? What about the jail system? What about the sheriff in your local municipalities? What do they say about so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians?
Hey, Shalom Akim.
Oh, Salakia. And with that, I want to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain 9 Thought, Banyamya.
Hey, Shalom. Yahaba Shem Rekathum.
Shalom.
Yahaba Shem Rataba Shem Shai. How y'all doing, Akim? Quiet, yeah. How y'all doing? Y'all good?
All
right, we back to the work. Back to it. You know what I mean? We just pull off, you know what I mean, another one. You know what I mean? So get yourself a hand, brothers. Get yourself a hand. You know what I mean? Sisters, you know, give sisters a hand too, that, you know what I mean, that putting that work too. You know what I mean? And Lord will, you know what I mean, we'll see what's up next year. All right, Lord will. You know what I mean, if Christ don't come back. All right. No. You have any questions? Anything? You know what I mean? If not, we'll get into some you know what I mean, some a little something. So a little topic. Come on.
Most of you answer the question, sir.
Come on.
Oh, hold on, it's basically, sir, the same questions that I asked before, and I think maybe, you know, with the festivities and everything, you might have forgotten.
Oh man, which one is that
So,
one? Remind me.
This is hold on, where is it? Okay, it's Proverbs 11 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Which says, it says, he that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it. And
yeah, that I had to get Yanisa Salaki. I had to get that for you. That is something I had to get for you.
One more.
You're hearing a delay. You're hearing me good?
Kind of one, sir. You clear?
Okay. Can't click nothing on my computer.
And the second one, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, the second one is Haggai, chapter 2 and verse 19. And it reads, the seed is the seed yet in the barn, yea, as yet the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree have not brought forth. From this day will I bless you.
Mm-hmm. Tell me we at one more time. I'm in a little bit of technical issues here, man. Just give me 1 minute here, man. I might have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, is it what is it doing? Giving the lay cap on your side?
No, I can't click on nothing.
Oh.
I mean, I can't do nothing whatsoever on my computer. All right.
Come on, Con.
So just give me like 5 minutes. All right. So just hold it on until 5 minutes, man. All right,
yes,
I'll
sir.
be back in.
Come on, Con. So Salakia, let's talk about the Passover till Cap come back in here. So Akaska, tell us about your Passover. All right? For everybody out there that was online, we had a glorious time in celebrating the Passover. Let's talk about the Passover. Anybody Passover.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I had a glorious time. I didn't have any issues. Come from the Bahamas, brothers take care of me. I was helping, I was waiting around, giving a hand, and when the last ride was leaving, the brothers made sure I got to the hotel.
The brother,
So
you get a little hand for that, man. That's right. So let me. That was your first time eating the lamb?
Sir, this is my second Passover.
Oh, this is second Passover. That's
I'm
right.
growing up, sir. Slowly, but I'm growing up.
It's a glorious thing, man. So what do you think about I guess the garments that you seen brothers rocking?
Salakia, sir. I am the garments are so serious. I need to. Of course, I'm not able to get the garments. I'm here, but I'm starting to work on my garments even now to try to get someone to help me. The brothers will be trying to get a garment for me for the next Passover.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Damn right. Yonazar. So tell me about your past experience. Is anybody online that want to put something in the chat that something that they seen at the Passover that was just, you know what I'm saying, that they thought was just a glorious thing to see? You know what I'm saying? Every time I go to the Passover, I just remember so many brothers that be in the school that I didn't see last year. You understand? That shows that the Most High is brothers are making their what? They're making their election sure. The sisters are making their election sure, man, and serving the Lord. So Yonazar, what did you see at the Passover until Cap get back in here about with Shaw?
Sir, if I may, it's the brotherhood that we experience there is first of all the most beautiful part of it, other than serving the Lord, because everybody is there. You know what I'm saying, and they're there to enjoy themselves. But at the same time, they are making the best effort to be a brother or a sister to one another. That's what I know. In the garments, it's like a fashion show to me. Like when we go out there, we see all the garments and the colors is crazy and the style. Every year you see something you didn't see before. You know what I'm saying? So that's, for me, is what was the greatest part of the event for me.
Most High in Christ. Top one, what you
Sir, if I may.
Come on.
If I may add something about the Hebrew Academy.
Uh-oh.
Salakia, sir, I raised my hand for the Hebrew Academy, right?
Yeah.
And so of course these 83-year-old bones
right.
find it a little difficult to do it, but we did it. We did it. Okay.
You're right. Damn right.
God,
Who else want to say something about the Passover? I want, this is your chance to get it before Cap get back in here. We want to know about how was, all the things that they hear that they say about the I.S.U.P.K, all the haters, all the liars, all the ones that try to stop or come up against us. Guess what? It did not work.
Right.
It didn't work. It didn't work. All the changing the venues, all the excuses, all the AC didn't work. We didn't give a damn because we was interested. We focused on what? Being together.
All right. Shalom.
Oh, Salakia. I'm turning back class over to Captain I thought. Salakia.
Yeah, see, it's trying something here today.
Going.
Boy. All right. Y'all can hear me?
Come.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my mic up. Solid. You can hear me better now?
Go.
We get
all right. Yanisa.
Sir.
Yeah, you had a question?
Yeah, I had a second.
Yeah, bring the second one. Let me see if I remember the breakdown for it. If not, I'm gonna have to hold the two of them.
It's Haggai, chapter 2 and verse 19. And it reads, is the seed yet in the barn? Yea, As yet the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree have not brought forth. From this day will I bless you.
Okay, I may have to get that one for you too. I may have to read to get the whole the concept what the Lord trying to say here. So skip up to verse 14. Let me see if I can get it. All right. Let's see if I can remember it.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Then answered Haggai and said, so is this people, and so is this nation before me, saith the Lord. And so is every work of their hand, and that which they offer there is unclean.
Right, read on.
Verse 15. And I pray now, consider from this day and upward, from before a stone was laid upon a stone in the temple of the Lord. Verse 16. Since those days were when one camp was like if one came to any heap of 20 measures, there were but 10.
Mm-hmm.
When one came to the press back to draw out 50 vessels out of the press, there were but 20.
Okay, definitely. Salakiana said, I'm gonna get us here, right? So you want 2 and 19.
Yes, it seemed like, if I may, sir, it seemed like in some way we coming up short. That's what I get from it. Like we coming up short.
Yeah.
But that's what I understand.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. Don't worry. All right. That and Proverbs. Just text me when you get a chance, right? Just text me to them and I'll get it for you. All right.
Great.
Any more?
Shalak, y'all don't want, if I may, sir.
Come on.
I know we're gonna get into it, but would they be talking about I guess the priest being unclean? And Hagar?
Say that one more time.
Would it be talking about the priest being unclean?
No, I'll get it for you. I'm not too sure. I wanna speak on it. You know what I mean? I'll get it for you.
Yes, sir. Come.
Right. Go ahead. I see Maya put up something here. Yeah, come on with it. Yeah, the Passover is definitely something to be, seen and not missed. I mean, those of you who missed it this year, make sure and start booking your ticket, booking your place for next year. Don't let next year come and you ain't here. You know what I mean? Once we're still here. Do not let next year come and you have another excuse not to be here. You know what I mean? With your brothers and sisters.
Right.
All right. If not, right, let's what's his name? Tabawan. I sent something to your email. Right? It's something I want to get into. Seeing that right after the Passover, you know what I mean, those of you who didn't know, there was tons of messages that was put out there. You know what I mean? When I talk about messages, like negative messages, you understand, about the Passover. All right? Things that never happened.
Okay.
You understand? And now we're gonna get into, you know what I mean, where all of this, you know what I mean, or what you could attribute to it. All right. And what is going on right now to, you know what I mean, to try and fight against the truth that's coming out. Right? And how we should go about fighting back. All right? So you all remember this story? Remember this? You all ever heard about this?
Sir.
Who heard about it?
So I go back here, sir. Okay,
come on.
Is this in Wilmington? Is this Wilmington?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, definitely, sir. We heard about it. You want to take it down?
Okay.
Yes, like it was a thriving black town you know, and they had even a political system there that was working for the people. And the prosperity of the people became apparent to the devils, and they wanted to destroy it and then take the economic benefit from it, from what the brothers and sisters built out there.
Yeah,
And
you onto it. I want to say onto it because that's basically rooted. You understand? And the problem with black people today is, you know, you watch them and say, you know, why black people can't come together? Why black people can't do this? Why black people can't do that? Hispanics and Native Indians. Why we always have to bring the oppressor in? You have your all Black Lives Matter. Guess who had to be in the middle of all of it? The oppressor. Why he has to be in the middle of it? Why? Because black people know anytime we come together, you know what I mean, some of us will have to die. You understand? Some of us will have to, you understand? Some harm is going to come our way. You understand? Now, we're gonna read about certain things. They put it in the books. They know about it. All right. I'm gonna share something on my screen here. Also, too, Tabon, could you get for me where it speaks about what's stronger than a woman? You know what I'm talking about, the scripture?
Come on, Pastor, I got you.
All right. While I pull this up here, all right, get that for me. All right, let me pull this up for you right here. So you're bear with me. I'm trying to work this technology here. All right. And just like the Bible, right? Just like the Bible is our book and our way of life. You know what I mean? That's how we should live our life, by the Bible. You understand? But because of what's been put out there, we don't, you know what I mean? Some of us hesitate to go by the Bible. Tabo, and tell me when you get it, right?
Come on, sir. Are you about the one in First Esdras?
I believe so. Read it for me. I'll tell you.
So 4 and 13. I'll start. I got First Esdras 3, and it said that when the king is risen, someone will give him the writings. Stop me, sir. First Esdras chapter 3, verse 10. The first wrote, "Wine is the strongest."
Yes. Yeah. I want to read that. Why you all sounding different? You're sounding different than in Durham. Yeah, you're sounding real different. I hear plenty static.
You hearing static, sir?
Mm-hmm. And you're sounding like you're in a what you call it again? Like in an enclosed area.
Right. Okay, so I want to refresh or something.
No.
Hearing this the same, or try to see if this. You said don't refresh that one.
No. We'll push on with this. Don't worry. All right.
Come
so now what we're seeing here is this, right? So Esau knows what? Based on the this book, what does Esau know?
If I may.
Come on.
He knows that the truth is the strongest of all.
He knows that, right? But he is saying how to win the war on what? Truth, which means they are what? Out there.
They're using a woman?
Mm-hmm. No. Okay. Christ died for everybody. What's that? Is that a truth?
That's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. Right?
Come on.
And that's a lie. Christ is Middle Eastern, in which they try to say what? He ain't what? He ain't black.
Right.
Right?
Come on.
What are they doing?
So like I said, they're using falsehoods to hide the truth.
Yeah, they're pushing what lies, right? And
So
today, come on.
would that be considered to be propaganda?
Now you're getting to it, propaganda.
Come on.
Right? That's why when you read stuff about the truth, I want to say about the truth about the I.S.U.P.K. in the newspaper or on the internet, when writers write it, are you not shocked to hear what they have to say at times? When you would write, you were right there in the room, you were right there present when everything was going on. But the story that you're reading is totally different. What are they doing?
So sir, you talk like an information war, right?
That all of that is correct, but what Zion said is the root to where information war comes into play, which is propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And we're gonna get where it all came from, everything.
So
you understand? Come on.
Psychological warfare playing that too.
Oh, okay, all of that is propaganda. That information and that psychological, all of that is propaganda that they're pushing, right? But before we'll get to it. All right. Now, what's his name? Taboo One. Tell him where you're at.
Oh, so this is the book of First Ezra.
No, hold on. Kowal or Zion, one of you all read it in the room there where you all in. I don't know why Durham song and like that.
It's in Idris.
What's his name? Taboo One. Check and see if the audio, Salaki, right? Check and see if the audio the same way. Because since we come back, the audio different.
Yeah.
I don't know if the audio coming through your audio, you're using the audio from your speaker or from the.
How about now, sir?
No, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's it.
Concert.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was going crazy. Come on.
Yeah, la answer. You want me to go? So like I'm not sure where to start, but I know I can start First Ezra chapter 3 and verse 10. The first row is the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. The second row, the king is strongest.
Right. The king is what?
Strongest.
The king is strongest. So here you're reading about I believe I forget the name of the king, but he had asked his servants, I believe, I mean, what is stronger than what? Than a woman. You understand? Right? Read on.
Come on. Verse 12. The third row, women are strongest.
Right? The third row, what? Women are what? Strongest. Right? Read on.
But above all things, truth beareth away the victory.
Truth beareth away what?
The victory.
The victory. And guess who knows that? Who knows it?
The oppressor.
Yes, he knows it. So now, what he does with the airwaves. Give me I think it's Second Thessalonians. All right. What does he do with the airwaves? When I know I'm speaking specifically to the work that we're doing. What does he do with it? What does he use the airwave to do? To push what? Lies in the form of what? Propaganda. Right? Now, I will stay with me, right? I hope I don't lose you all. But we're gonna be going back the book. We're gonna go into the video. We're gonna listen to some of the video also too, because that's that's a part of history in which they use propaganda to basically drive and to unalive Black people. You understand? And it's one of those history to try to hide, just like the Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I mean? There's so many stories or instances out there in history where the oppressor, he unalive many of us for no reason and just wipe it from history. You know what I mean? What been happening to us, right? What is still happening to us? You understand? The so-called Palestinians can't even come close to it. Their stuff ain't close to it, right? Just like the small hats. The small hats, you talk to them and you swear that what they went through with the Holocaust, ain't no other nation went through anything worse than that. You understand? Right? All right. Now, and this is a quote from a brother. I don't know if you all ever heard about I believe it's Stokely Carmichael. You ever heard about that man?
So I met him. I knew him personally.
Right. Stokely Carmichael was one of them what you would call radical brothers. You understand? Not in the truth, but he tried to come up against the so-called oppressor. And what you're going to realize is most of your brothers that try to come up against your oppressors, they leave one thing out of it. What's the main thing they leave out of it? No, that is correct, but there's something else they leave out of it.
The Bible.
The Bible. They don't go by the Bible. They do not. You understand? But nonetheless, the brother made a good point. He said, this is what he said, right? He said, if the so-called Jewish man, right, the small hats, if the so-called Germans was the ones that, you know what I mean, that how to put it, that unalived them, right? Why did England and France and America didn't just give the so-called Jewish man Germany, right? Why didn't they just give him Germany? Because Germany was what? Was the ones that did what? That perpetrated their people, right? So why not just give them Germany? A good question the brother bring up, which lets you know giving them the land of Israel was to do what? What was giving them the land of Israel doing?
So like I said, it was giving them a base of power in the middle of control oil and energy.
Okay, you right, but now we stick with me. No, that all that is correct. All that comes with all that is like what you say is the perks.
Silake, sir.
Come on.
With them giving the so-called Jewish people the land of Israel, then it shows, it kind of put it in the position that they're the real Jews and we are not.
That's it. So now they got back their what? The homeland. Right? Sir. So now you Negroes in America, you are just what? African Americans. You brothers in the Caribbean, you are just West Indians.
Gotcha.
You understand? You all are not Jews because guess what? You are not in the land. And you don't even call yourself Jews. So it was to further what? Push the agenda on black. You know what I mean? On blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That we are not the Lord chosen people. Now, with doing that, yes, what Yanis has said is correct. They got a foothold in the Middle East, right? For war and oil. And to push it. All right. Now, where we at right now? Where did I tell you to go to?
You said 2 Thessalonians, but you didn't give a verse.
Give me where it said the son of I think it's son of perdition. Or there first must be a falling away. I think that's 2nd Ezra's either 2 and 4 or 3.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Thessalonians, sorry. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man deceive you by any means.
Right, let no man deceive you by
For
any
that
means.
day shall not.
Hold on, Yanis. It's saying what? Don't let any man what? Deceive you by any means. Right? You see this little picture? You see this little picture right here? Right? You see what the cameraman showing you right there, right? What's going on here? Right? The news give you what? A certain what? Perspective. And if you're not careful, if you're not in these classes, you're going to do what? You're going to think that the truth is what? Oh, the I.S.U.P.K is just what? Some cult, and we what? Drinking goat blood or lamb blood and beating women. You understand? With womanizers. You won't believe the propaganda that's being pushed. Right? Read on.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Right. What does it mean by that?
So like I said, does it mean that there's some kind of drastic change in the course of history or something like that?
You want it, but I need a little more.
So like I said,
come on.
You know, falling away, could it mean, you know, like this kingdom, you know what I'm saying? Like the current world that we live in has to fall away, you know what I'm saying, for the next stage or the next kingdom to take over.
Yes, like what have to fall away?
So like I said, the oppressors rule.
You're right. Come on.
Our people trusting in this kingdom, sir. You know what I mean?
Okay, you are. Okay, give me the root of it. What's going to make black people come into the truth? What have to fall away?
The lies that we were told, like, you know what I mean?
Yes, the lies. That's what have to fall away. The lies. You understand? You will read. Okay, understand this. You read in the Bible the color of Christ, right? And black people will still look at that picture of Serge Bourget as what? As Christ. Because that is burned into their brain, even from birth arc. Like we come into the truth and we see it, and to us, our people are blind, but the propaganda that's been pushed on them is so strong, arc. It's now into, you know, I mean, amazing. You understand? Like it's going to take a miracle for black people to recognize. Right? Read on. Read on.
And that the man, it's me, sir. I'm slacking, so I was writing something. Slacking. And that the man of sin be revealed. The son of
what?
The man of sin be revealed.
You want to know why why the Congress is trying to push for TikTok to sell some of their assets off in America? Why are they trying to do it?
So like it, sir. Because that's a media outlet that they don't fully control.
Yes. So they need control of the media. You want to know why it wasn't that bad? You know what I mean? Why a few thousand years ago you didn't have any issues knowing who you was? Because of what? There were no what?
There's no media.
There's no media. No media around. You recognize? I don't. Okay. Talk to older folks. You know what I mean? If you have grandparents alive, talk to them and see what they think, what they're saying about the state of black people. And I guarantee you, they're gonna have it's gonna look like they have a little more sense in the time they live. Because the media wasn't that. Come on.
That's heavy too, because I was watching one of the podcasts and they said that the Pentagon even has a budget for movies. $824 billion they have to be able to produce movies, and they have a whole department regulating what type of movies. What the hell does the Pentagon have to do with entertainment? A lot. That military and all the UFOs and that type of civil unrest and Red Dawn, all that kind of nonsense. Like you were saying, that falling away is that image of Caesar Borgia in our minds as Christians. That Christianity that has to fall away for us to really see who the oppressor is. And it's not brother.
Yes.
So, like I said, if I may add on to what Officer Kowal said, which was so tough. Every year, the leaders of Hollywood meet with the president and the military leaders. Every year, they meet in Washington, D.C.
So
every year.
Come on.
If I may also, add to what the brother's saying, going the opposite direction, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to the generals or listen to the generals, they tell you, what it was like, you understand, what the school was like, what they used to have to do before all the social media and everything came about. You know what I'm saying? How they had to actually meet up for a class, not be on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Not be pushed on Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. You had to get out, do the legwork, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have an internet. You had to go to the library to do your research, you know what I'm saying? So in the I.S.U.P.K, we teaching the truth, the whole truth, and the history along with the truth. So like,
yep, you're not lying. You're not lying. Now, just before we push on, let's play some of that video, and then I'll come back to the book a little bit. And then we'll get some more scriptures. That one you can play.
so you want some of the video you sent me?
Yeah, play some of the video.
Come on, sir.
For a long time, if you went to the library in Wilmington, North Carolina, there was one thing you weren't allowed to research.
We were refused. We were rejected by the librarian.
When I asked about or inquired about 1898, they wanted to know why.
I was told that, yes, they had something, but they kept it under lock and key.
The story of Wilmington in 1898 still isn't widely known.
What happened here on what's now just this empty patch of grass in North Carolina?
This is the story of an American election, but also of something we don't usually find in American history: the violent overthrow of a democratically elected government. In the late 1800s, Wilmington, North Carolina was the state's largest city. It had a majority Black population, and historians today describe it as a rarity in the post-Civil War American South.
Wilmington, prior to November 1898, was what the New South could be at the cusp of the 20th century.
There was an unusual degree of Black prosperity.
In Wilmington, there were successful Black entrepreneurs, doctors, teachers, but also Black elected officials. And for a time, that was true throughout the state. Take a look at the politicians on this poster of the 1889 North Carolina House of Representatives. Here at the bottom are Black Republican representatives, some from Wilmington. North Carolina also sent 4 Black Republicans to the U.S. Congress between 1875 and 1899. The Democratic and Republican parties of 1898 in many ways occupied opposite parts of the political spectrum than they do today.
Most African Americans were voting for the Republican Party, and the Democratic Party was white voters almost exclusively. White supremacy was the central focus of the platform for the Democratic Party.
Republicans in North Carolina were successful in part because of a third party called the Populist Party, made up of mostly white farmers fed up with the tough economic times. North Carolina populists joined up with Republicans to form what they called the Fusion Party. And in the elections of 1894 and 1896, the Fusion Party defeated the Democrats in sweeping victories statewide. That meant North Carolina now had a government that shared power between black
pause it there for now.
including a newly elected.
Pause it there for now, right? So now, what you're seeing taking place here is what? What you're seeing taking place? That's us doing what? Come on.
That's what's happening with us is that we're, being who we are and prospering, understand, and building something for ourselves, and the oppressor is beginning to set up the system by which they can take it from us.
Okay. Come on.
Was that integration?
Okay, it was integration, but it's something else we tell black people not to do. What do we tell black people not to do?
Lock it, sir.
Oppressor.
Say that one more time.
To join the oppressor, not join the oppressor, sir.
Right. That's what I think that's what I was saying also too, right? I need a little more. I want to hit the nail on the head. Come on.
So like I said, sir, I mean, we teach our people not to vote, try to join.
That's what I want to get to.
America's political system.
Yes, you understand. Not to vote, not to because voting doesn't make a difference. You understand? Now, I was saying. Now you join their system. You try to join their system. You understand? And guess what? Guess what happens? What happens when you join your system?
So like I said,
and you start to go ahead.
They changed the rules. That's what they always did. It's like when they showed the part about.
Go ahead.
Like I said, if I may, when they, this is very heavy because what they showed was that black people used to be in the Republican Party, and now black people in the Democratic Party. But we in the worst condition. So they put a great trick on us, man. With this move
which is called what? What's the trick? Zion said it. What's the trick?
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yes. All right. Now, give me Isaiah 31:1.
So, like, sir, if I may,
come on.
Was heavy about that. The voting, the whole voting thing, right? You will look at say you just looking at Biden and Trump. You know what I'm saying? You go to that poll booth to vote. Next thing you know, you got like 4 or 5 people on the screen that you voting for who you don't even know. You know? And you just taking a guess, and then you just vote for Biden or Trump. You don't know what the other one was talking about because you don't know who they are. You understand? And then after that, next thing you know, you get called into a jury duty. You understand? To sit and listen in a courtroom to vote on a brother freedom. And
you're right.
You the other side of that.
Right. Yes, you're right. You know what I mean? When Barack Obama was running, brother, you had a question that you could have asked black people. And what's the question we asked black people?
Who you voting for?
Not who you're voting for. We know that was voting for Barack Obama. What's the question you had to ask them? What policies?
Oh, why you voting for?
Yes. Why? What policies? And brother, 99.9% of them were saying what?
It doesn't matter. It's a brother running for president
because he's black.
Don't matter.
It don't matter. Come on. Say that one more time. Who have Isaiah for me? Isaiah 31 and 1.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
All right, and that's us.
And stay on horses.
So you recognize what they did, right? In Wilmington, they did what? They joined what? The black political party with what? With white that were in the Democrats, and they said it was a fusion party, right? They joined them. Why? Because we trust in their system. Just like today, you got black people all up in politics. No, is that helping black people?
Lie.
No. The intentions maybe was to do what? Go in there and try to do what? Trying to help black people. But that's not the end result of it. You know what I mean? That's why it's so stupid for black people, Hispanic and Native Indians to say, well, you can't fight them from the outside, so I'm going on the inside to fight them. And when you get on the inside, all that wind leave your chest. You understand? Right? Read on.
Oh my God. And trust in chariots because they are many.
Right. And you trust in their chariot. You trust in their what? In their military. You trust in their technology. You trust in anything. Like you go talk to black people, they feel, you know what I mean? They do not have a clue of what's going on the outside. Why? And they don't really care. Why? Because to them, what? Ain't nobody gonna bring down America because of what? Their military might, their power. You understand? And that's from all that propaganda they've been pushing on us. Read on.
Because they are very strong, but
because
they look not unto the Holy One of. They look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right? They look more so to who? They look more so to who? To the so-called oppressor. Because to them, they can see him look what? Strong. They could see him what? Be right here, be in the ocean. Miles in the ocean. Press some button and some hellfire missile leave and jump pinpoint on this destination. You understand? So to them, you know what I mean? He is what? He is great. He's mighty. But we don't think that there's somebody stronger than the oppressor.
Just like you said.
Come on.
I would say our people think that the oppressor is unstoppable.
Yes. That's why to them, when they see the way we speak, they tell us what? You're gonna die. You're gonna get killed for what you're saying, unalive for what you're saying. And every time we turn the news on, brothers who are not in here, they get unalive. Come on.
So like sir, if I may.
Come on.
And on top of all of this, like, can you hear me, sir? Okay,
yeah,
on top of all of this, we've also, through the propaganda, we've been convinced that the white man or the oppressor is in alignment with the will of God. And so his power, like we think that his power is in alignment with the Most High. That's what we think in Christianity in particular.
That's it. And just to now add to what you're saying, right? Now look at this here, right? All right, who could read that for me? Who could see that to read that for me? Or I'd blow it up more. Right? Right. Look this up for me. Tower 1. The index of ignorance, right? Come on.
I can. Nah, I can't really read it.
I know. I'm gonna read it. Yeah, look up index of ignorance, right? Yes. This in America is number 5 on the list. All right. Now, this little box right here says, think a diamond ring should cost 2 months' salary. All right. You think a diamond ring, that little small diamond, you think that should cost what, 2 months' salary? You know what I mean? Brothers getting on their knees proposing to these, you know what? You understand? Put in what? $10,000 ring. You think it costs that much? Right? Now, think black people commit more crimes than whites? Propaganda. Right? Think bottle of water is better than tap? That voting fraud is rampant, or that a border wall will stop illegal immigration, or what? Propaganda. You understand? All right. And the pictures and stuff is showing you everything that's taking place right now with what? With black people, or just on the whole in America here right now. Right? You got it for me?
So there's a lot of different ones.
So no sweat. So in the box they say Americans don't even know how much they don't know. That's basically the index of ignorance is how much you don't know. Right? Much of what we think we know is what? Propaganda. You know what I mean? You that's why you talk to, you know what I mean, a black person, and I'm saying with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, because that's our people. I don't give a damn about any other nation. You understand? But I give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? You want to know why they're ignorant to the fact that Christ is black? Is because of propaganda.
So if I could,
come on.
I do have an article on it that talks about it from the Independent, where it says these are the world's most ignorant countries. And it mentions that the 2016 Index of Ignorance produced by I.S.U.P.K includes information from 27,250 interviews of people aged 16 to 64 carried out between September and November. The survey took in populations from 40 countries with between 500 and 1,000 people surveyed in each. They were asked a bunch of questions about their society, including their country's population, healthcare spending, home ownership, proportions of Muslims living in their countries. The findings were then collated to create the index. The economic status of a country seemed to have less bearing on the results than might be expected. The USA, the richest country in the world, ranked as one of the most ignorant countries, below many less developed countries.
You understand? Now you understand why your school's the way it is, right? You think they're trying to teach you? What do you think they're trying to do to you? Now you understand why they're building more jails than schools.
Oh, God.
You understand? Why they're investing in prisons than schools. Come on.
So, if I could, just real quick, what you're saying is so heavy, what you're bringing out is real heavy. And, people shouldn't let it go over their head. But just being honest, I mean, me and you have spoken before. You always ask us as officers, which, is right. Y'all not paying attention to the news. You got to watch the news. You got to pay attention to the news. You got to see what's going on. But the average American has no idea of what's happening at all in the world, even domestically. They literally don't care. Like, you ask the average person what's going on in the political realm, they'll say, Trump bad, Biden good. You know what I'm saying? It's like some crazy Tarzan type of speaking, but they can't actually articulate, well, what does Biden do that's good?
Right.
What does this person do that's not good? And so on. It's just, people just be, real what's the word? Distracted in America. So it makes sense that America is one of the most ignorant countries, because everybody here is just really just getting by doing whatever on TikTok or social media, whatever they want to do. Salaki.
Yeah, and one form of it is that music industry. Like, you ask them about the news, they'll faster tell you about Chris Brown and Quavo.
Right.
Con, I
You
don't want
understand?
con. Yes, sir.
They'll faster get the lyrics to future song.
Right.
And tell you what's going on the earth.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I could, Salaki, you just bring out something so heavy. I mean, you ask a sister, she will tell you Beyonce's whole biography, what block she was born on, you know what I'm saying, what happened to her in her 9th grade prom and all, and they will know all of that. But you ask anything about anything of importance in world history or current events, and they know nothing. Salaki.
Yes. That's correct. Right? Let me just read a little bit again. They say propaganda is rampant in modern America because we believe in something called the marketplace of ideas. Right? They say it's a concept based on freedom of speech that claims truth will inevitably prevail when competing with falsehood, lies, or misinformation. You understand? Which means, brothers, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do what? Flood the internet with the truth. We're going to have to flood it. The internet, we got to go on the streets. We're going to have to push this truth. That's the only way you're going to get rid of this liar. That's the only way you're going to destroy these lies. You understand? Now, what does it say here? This means it's okay for products to make what? False claims, for news anchors to report fake news, and for uninformed opinions to be given the same weight as what? As science. Right? You know how people like to say they say that you ever meet parents who scared to give their child's vaccine, right? That's because of the internet, because of the media. They link vaccine to autism when that is from the internet, and you clearly seen it when we just came out of this pandemic with the COVID-19 shot. Black people were what? Were scared to take the vaccine. They didn't want to. You understand? Because of the propaganda that came out, and they were saying that what? It's affecting your heart. It's doing this, it's doing that.
It's Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I remember when it was at its peak, when the 19 was at its peak, that was a brother that came up to the camp to my love y'all brothers, man. He from a fake camp or whatever. He was Israelite. He was in one of them other, Christian groups or whatnot. He came up, was like, man, I love y'all brothers, man, but y'all should have took the vaccine, man. Y'all crazy, man. He was crying and everything.
Yeah,
like, get your weak ass on out of here.
That's right. You understand? Because it's just propaganda. Now listen to this. They say Americans consume so much media. We are bombarded by what? 4,000 to 10,000 media messages a day, compared to a mere 1,600 just 50 years ago. We have never had more access to information, yet few of us can differentiate the news from the noise. And there is a hell of a lot of noise. You understand? Meaning a hell of a lot of what? Lies. Lot of lies being pushed. You understand? And now give me where Christ was trying to tell you how to, he was trying to inform you how to fight against this. Right? Give me where he says you should know them by your fruit. And he said out his mouth, don't be deceived. Right? Give me that. Right? That's why we tell when black people come in here, what do we tell them? What's the first thing we tell them? When blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian comes in, what do we tell them? We tell them to what? Sit down and do what? Listen and then go do what?
Study for yourself.
Yeah, go do your research. Go do your research. You know what I mean? Because we don't do it. We don't do it. We sit down in church and let that preacher what? Gas us up, fill us up with lies. to the point when you meet a man of the Lord, a priest in the I.S.U.P.K, and he started drop the truth on you. You understand? You decide to, you know what I mean? Some of them decide to say, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree. That agree to disagree, once that come out of the mouth, they have nothing again. It's done. It's over. You just won. You understand? Right? Now, you found one of them when the scriptures ask you to find? Who got it for me? It's a class. Y'all there?
Salaki, so what was it again, Salaki, sir?
When Christ said, "Don't be deceived."
Get on, sir.
All right, don't be deceived. Right, and also to give me where it says in Peter where it speaks about false doctrine. All right, we're gonna get some more. While you're doing that, right? Tabon, you stick with me with the video, right? Play a little more of the video.
Come on, sir. Salaki, let me go to it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got it.
Go ahead. I.S.U.P.K.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived.
Mm-hmm.
Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Right. Okay, not that one. I want one where Christ literally it coming out his mouth where he telling you, don't where he tell you about it's a wrong way. He was saying when the disciples had asked when what's the sign? What's the sign of the coming? All right. While we get that, go ahead and play the video for me.
Come on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Republican governor. 1894 and 1896, the Fusion Party defeated the Democrats in sweeping victories statewide. That meant North Carolina now had a governor, including a newly elected Republican governor. Together, they moved towards reforms that would favor Black Americans and working class whites.
This was something that the Democratic Party folks were not.
It wasn't just a disappointment for Democrats. It was more like a humiliation. They needed a plan to take back control of the state in the next election. So party leaders like Furnifold Simmons, future U.S. Senator, Charles A. Alfred Moore Waddell, came up with one to beat the Fusion Party by luring white populist voters away from their alliance with Black voters. Wilmington, with a large Black population and a local fusion government in power, would be a focus of their campaign. The state Democratic Party handbook for 1898 laid out their goal: consolidate the white anger and resentment. It said, this is the white man's country and white men must control and govern it. Their most effective tool was the media. One of North Carolina's big papers was it ran racist political cartoons throughout 1898.
Not everybody was literate in 1898, but to see a political cartoon of
the cartoons were centered on the threat of Negro rule, even though the fusion government was mostly white. They also played up another fear.
Black men threatening white women became a theme. White men need to do all that they can to protect white womanhood.
Pause it there for a minute, time one. Pause it.
This was all part of North Carolina Democratic strategy, but it echoed the national racist rhetoric of the time.
Okay. All right. Now go to Revelation 16 and 13.
So like, sir,
Come on.
you was talking about in Matthew 7, the good fruit or the good tree.
Yes. Give me that. Give me that. Before we
Come
go
on.
to Matthews. Come on.
So, Matthew chapter 7, verse 15 through 20.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15.
Right. And Christ is basically telling you about what? These leaders, you understand? They're coming what? Sheep clothing. Your politicians, they come in what? Sheep clothing. You understand? Your preachers, they come in sheep clothing. Right? Read on.
Verse 16. You shall know them by their fruits.
What you're gonna have to do, Christ says, you're gonna have to watch and see what they produce. What has America produced? You understand? What did your church down the street, that church, your pastor telling you to come to, I mean, or your wife trying to get you to come to, what have they produced? Right? Read on.
Come on. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Right. So he basically asking you a question. Would you go gather thorns? No. Read on.
Come on. Verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a evil tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
And that's it. It's simple. What America has done was they have been evil from since the days of what? Slavery unto today. For what they did to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They've been evil to us. So why now trust that they're going to do something? You know what I mean? They're going to do something for black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Look at how the so-called oppressor treats us. Look at what he's doing to the so-called Mexicans on the border. Look at what he's doing to the Native Indians and black people. What is he doing to us?
So like it, sir.
Come on.
If I may, like what you're saying is so heavy, because if you look back to when America first started, right, all Europe was send all their prisoners and those evil men, you know what I'm saying? They child molesters, they murderers and stuff like that. They put them on ships and sent them over on that voyage. You understand?
Yes.
Thinking that they would die, but they struck land over here. You understand? And it was bring all them demons that they had, that evil and wickedness that they had over here, and took the land, and the land flourished in that wickedness.
Right.
Salaki.
Right.
That's correct. You're right. And now, before I send you to Revelation, right? 16 and 13, I believe. All right. Now, look, let's read a little bit more of this here. All right. So they said this is due in large part to the internet, which has democratized the sharing of information as well as misinformation. Now, all that noise can overwhelm actual news, and that's what it do. And you're seeing that with who right now, with Israel and Hamas. Remember when the news came out, right? When it first came out on October 7th, what was Israel saying? I remember what Israel was saying?
I don't want, if I may. They were reporting that they had been attacked by a terrorist organization named Hamas.
Yes, but a little more than that they were saying.
That they attacked innocent festival or party goers.
No. What? Okay. yes, they were saying that also too, but it was something that brought the world to the point where they had to eradicate these people like cockroaches, and they were in on it. And before you know it, we 6 months into the war, and now the truth is starting to come out. But by this time, it's too late. It's done. It's done already. On October 7th, what they say was Hamas killed unalive or beheaded 40 babies, over 40 babies. Right? On October 7th, they said Hamas put a baby in an oven. You understand? They said Hamas used woman abuse as a weapon of war. You all remember all of this, but that was on the news. It was constantly coming out of the reporter's mouth.
Come on, it's like y'all the one.
Come on.
They were painting the picture that the Palestinians were harboring Hamas. And it was like it was an anti-Israel movement.
Yes.
Printed by the Palestinians. So like,
yes. No, I'm not for the Hamas. I'm not for Israel. I'm just showing you the noise that started. You understand? And now the so-called truth is coming out in the news, but it's done there. So now you go ask the average person, the view on Hamas, they're going to tell you about them based off of a lie. You understand? Now it's the same thing they did with what? With the brothers who was in Wilmington. I will play a little more of it too. All right. So I'm gonna skip down a little bit here, right? So it says political scientists call this censorship through noise, right? If you bombard people with enough propaganda, it obscures the truth, and the public will be so confused that they cannot tell the difference. And they know with black people, right? Our attention span is not that long. You confuse us, we are just going to do what?
Give up.
Yeah, we're not going to listen to that. That's why it's so easy to listen to Quavo and what's his name?
Christopher.
No, Quavo and what's your brother name?
Chris Brown.
Oh yeah. Chris, that who called him Christopher? Yes, Chris Brown.
Yes, sir.
You understand? That's why it don't take much. But now when you had to sit down and you had to decipher, let me see what it's saying. That's what it's saying. Now you got to find out who's Hamas, who's this, who's that. It's too much. And now you had to sift through to what they're saying. You understand? So it says so much of what we believe is untrue. That is 2016 Oxford Dictionary named post-truth, the word of the year. So since in 2016, what? You had some called what? Post-truth. You understand? Now the nickname that what? Fake news. You understand? Right? Now, to bring it to the politicians and them now, right? To show you how brainwashed black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians are, right? The politicians who pay for their campaign. Come on.
Rich.
Yeah, the rich. Yeah, what was that? The top 1%? So just imagine, you want to know why is Israel getting $26 billion? Anybody?
So I guess it's like they're giving this money to them because whatever their plan is in alignment with the oppressors, or like what they're doing over there. You know, the money is waiting. You gotta, when it's crime committed, you follow the money, right, sir? So the money that they're giving over there tells you that they support what Israel is doing, and they have the same agenda.
Okay, no, you're right, Yanita, but my question is, why are they getting 26 billion? Remember, Israel is not a poor country. They're not a poor country. You know that, right? Before the war, Israel was one of the richest countries. Right? They're not a poor country. But why they getting the money? Come on.
Is it because they, like Christ calls them the chief devils? Like
No,
they the head devil.
Simpler than that. Why they getting all that money, you?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Because a lot of the so-called Jews are actually in America. So I think
just hit the nail on the head. Just for time's sake, is because they're paying the politicians. Just for time's sake. They're paying the politicians. They have the politicians in the pocket. I.S.U.P.K, right? Most of their money coming from them. Now you understand why they could come on TV and talk BS to you and say they're going to do this. Change going to happen. This, that, the other. But what money did you put in them politicians' pocket? To do what? We can't pay for them to drink coffee in Starbucks. You understand? They're gonna listen to what you have to say. No. You will be fed what? Propaganda. You'll be fed fake news. That's what you're gonna be fed. You understand? Right? Now, give me what is this I asked for? I think it's Revelation. 16 and 13.
Salakia, Adawan.
Mm-hmm.
So even with respect to political, we talk about spin when it comes down to news and the propaganda with respect to the lies. So this is the reason why Fox News is so effective in pushing propaganda, because it's owned by a fake.
No, hold on. Somebody else talking and I can't hear you properly. Salakia Bank, yeah. Go ahead.
But like when you look at certain when you think about the media, these media conglomerates or whatever. Look, I think of Fox News and how Rupert Murdoch owns majority interest in that company, and he is Amalek. He is a little hat, if you want to call it that. And I think about this. If any brother is interested in learning more about this women's and race massacre, we got a book here in Fayetteville called "The Day of Blood," and it talks about those fusion politics and how the white citizens of Wilmington marched to the Daily Record to destroy the news station. There was a black-owned newspaper there. So that they
No, you go ahead. But I was just gonna add, all that is in the video that what's his name? Tabawan was playing. But go ahead.
I was just for emphasis sake, your brother wants whenever they come down to Fayetteville, we got the book A Day of Blood, and it talks about all this stuff in depth,
If you want to, you could type it in on the chat so the brothers and sisters and them, could get the book nonetheless. You understand?
Come, sir.
Yeah.
So,
right?
so look, I want.
Come on.
I just had a question. It's kind of off topic, but not so much off topic. But
come on.
Isn't Amalek the oldest tribe of the nation of Edom?
Okay, I can't recall if this is the oldest tribe of Edom, but this is what I could say, that they are Edom. You know what I mean? They're not the real Jews, but I can't tell you whether it is the oldest tribe. Okay. Who has Revelation 13? I mean, I'm 16 and 13. Who are Revelation 16 and 13? You understand? You want to read it for me?
So hold on a second, sir. My mic went dead on me. So,
All right.
so let me
That's
get
right.
back.
Revelation 16 and 13.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 16 and verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
You understand? Unclean what? Unclean frogs. Come out where?
The mouth of the dragon.
You understand? The mouth of the what? The dragon. And we know the dragon to be who? Your so-called what? Oppressor. You understand? And we know what? Then we know he's a dragon because dragons do what? They rain what? Fire down. You understand? And those frogs, those unclean frogs are those what? Their propaganda, their lies that they're pushing on the earth today. Right? Now, whole way out right there, Yanaza. So now I'm gonna read a little bit more here. So you see the principles of propaganda owe much to the field of psychology, particularly to the mind of Sigmund Freud. Right? Freud was the father of psychoanalysis. He devoted his life to studying human behavior, subconsciousness, desire. You understand? Like most of your companies, right? Like your cigarette companies, right? Those major companies that you see having advertisements and stuff, he's behind all of them. You understand? His study is behind all of them. You understand? Right? Now, the word propaganda, where do you think the word propaganda come from? Anybody? Where did the word propaganda come from? Come on. Put it in your Google machine, man. Right?
So like you
It's
said,
a proper. Come on.
I was so like so from what I'm seeing, it's a committee of cardinals in charge of foreign missions of the Catholic Church. It's
So where does it come from?
The Catholic Church.
Yeah, brother.
Come on, sir. Short for Congregación de Propaganda Fide, which means Congregation of Propagating the Faith.
That's it. You understand? So propaganda, what is it? Propaganda is traditionally defined as the dissemination of information that is biased or what? Misleading. Right? It's used to promote a particular point of view. In the simplest of terms, propaganda tries to sell us something, be it an anticide or anti-Semitism. You understand? Right? That's propaganda. Now, to say the word propaganda comes from the what? Roman Catholic Church, just like what Tabon was saying. They say it literally means propagating the faith. The root word propagare is Latin, meaning to spread or seed, as in spreading the faith. You understand? So there's a science behind us what? Not knowing the truth. It's a science behind it. Right? And this look up Sigmund Freud.
Will be the father of psychology.
Yeah. What he was. What was he? Give me one.
An oppressor. Oh.
Not just an oppressor. You understand? A small hat, I'm sure. You understand? You know what I mean? That whole entire country is just based off of, they do a ton of research. Tons of research money been pumped in there. Remember, they didn't have no oil, they didn't have no gas in Israel. What are they selling? You understand? Go look up and see what the economy is based on, how to make all their money. Right? Now, what's his name? You understand? Any more in Revelation?
Go on, sir.
Come on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Right? Out of the mouth of the what?
The false prophet.
Because why? He is upholding what? What is the false prophet doing?
He's upholding the lies.
Yeah. Your preachers, your politicians, they're all upholding the lies. Come on, somebody's going to say something. All right. Now, tab 1, go back to the video. I know we're up on the time. Go back to the video. Just 5 more minutes. Go back to that video. All right. And we're going to see what Banker was speaking about in a little bit here. Go ahead and play it.
Racist rhetoric of the time. In one speech that Democrats printed in Wilmington paper, a prominent Georgia writer named Rebecca Felton said,
"If it takes lynching a black man a day to protect white womanhood, I say lynch."
Her speech prompted a Wilmington black
Now,
man
now
named
pause that.
Alex Manley, owner of
Pause that quick.
Record
Right?
newspaper, to respond with a column. He made a simple
Right? So now you see what's taking place here, right? Now the lie is coming. Right? Now the lies is coming. They're trying to claim that and that's one thing when it comes to the oppressor. He tries to do what? He tries to put their woman, you know what I mean, as a way to begin a war. What did it do with Tulsa, Oklahoma? How did it start? Off of the fact that the claim that a brother abused a white woman, and the whole city was burned down.
So, like, sir, Rosewood
also too. You understand? Once they start saying you are trying to abuse their woman, that does something to the oppressor. You understand? And they know it. That's why, you know what I mean, you follow any laws in this Bible, you follow what the Lord said to do. The Lord is against interracial marriage. So if the Lord is against interracial marriage and you know that, and you're teaching your brothers and sisters, you're teaching your kids it, guess what? They can't come up with these lies. They got to find some other way. You understand? But now you want to, you know what I mean, you want to have interracial marriage. And you're still not learning from things like these. You know what I mean? I want to say today. You understand? No, play on a little bit again.
observation that at the time was shocking.
That white women who had liaisons with black men did so voluntarily and enthusiastically.
Manley wrote, "Every Negro lynched is called a big burly black brute, when in fact, many were sufficiently attractive for white girls to fall in love with them."
Manley pretty much said, in a nutshell, sometimes white women choose to be with black men.
Manley's editorial became another tool for Democrats. Newspapers reprinted it, called it a horrid slander, and ran comments about it on a daily basis. It was just a few months before the election.
By the time the election rolls around on November 8th, black voters, Republican voters, had been thoroughly intimidated here.
By all accounts, the election Elections of 1898 were a sham. The Democratic Party had a paramilitary group called the Red Shirts. They attacked and blocked Black residents from voting. At a rally just before the election, Alfred Moore Waddell provoked the crowds. He said, "Negro office holding ought at once and forever be brought to an end, even if we have to choke the current of the Cape Fear River with carcasses." The votes were counted, and the Democrats won.
Democratic candidates won every seat they had a candidate up for election in.
But some local fusionist politicians remained in power because seats hadn't been up for re-election, like the white Republican mayor and the Board of Aldermen. And of course, the election did nothing to undo the economic power Black folks held in the city. The Democrats had won the election, but their goal of total white supremacist control remained out of reach.
And so they engineered what was essentially a coup d'etat.
The day after the election, at a gathering for white men in Wilmington, the Democrats unveiled a document called the White Declaration of Independence. It contained an ultimatum. Cynthia Brown, whose descendants were in Wilmington back in 1898, is a historian at her church where there's a preserved copy of the declaration from the next day's newspaper.
We will no longer be ruled and will never again be ruled by men of African origin.
They would strip Black men of voting rights. They would give white men a large part of the employment heretofore given to Black men. And as for Alex Manly, we demand that he leave this city forever within 24 hours. The next morning, hundreds of white men marched to the offices of the Daily Record. Manly was gone. He fled to save his own life. They set the Daily Record building on fire.
All right, you can pause it there now. All right. Now you understand, brothers. Yeah, I mean, why it's imperative. You understand? You stay in this truth and you fight. You fight every day. You understand? Now you understand. You understand? Understand that Commander YAHANNA, he's at the helm. And he knows what he's doing, brothers and sisters. You understand? You're getting these classes. Learn this Bible. Learn, follow it. You understand? Because, brother, if you don't, you understand? If you do not, ain't nothing going to stop that from happening again. You understand? Nothing going to stop it from happening again. Now you understand why it is you have the least population and the majority of you unemployed. You know why? Why the majority of us unemployed? Well, we the 14%. Why?
Salakia, sir, because of integration and we are not the ones doing the hiring.
Integration, yes, but they spoke about it right there. Why it is?
So Salakia, sir, because they make an effort to make sure, say, oh, them destroy everything where Black people create, you know?
You want it a little bit, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna give you all it right now. Everything that's happening to Black people is by design. You understand? You have the highest unemployment. Why? Because if you're Caucasian, if these Caucasian feel like you are taking their jobs, what's going to happen?
They're going to come up against us.
Yeah. It's going to be blood in the streets. And these oppressors, they know it. They know their people. Come on.
It's like that movie. It's like Civil War. Like, you understand? Like they putting in their mind. You understand what I'm saying? If they come to it, like they're going to physically oppress us and physically murder us. If it comes to a challenge of their power and their prosperity, that's what they're putting into the minds of their people across the board right now.
Yeah, that's what's in the mind of them, regardless of, trust me, you understand? Like they know okay, they're seeing us coming together is one thing. But when we coming together and there's no gun violence, you understand, there's order, there's militancy, that's a problem. You understand? Now you're not doing what your ancestors did, which is what? What did your ancestor do that
Try
you're
to
not doing?
try to join this empire instead of joining together.
Yes. You understand? Down to, you could call all, give me all the black groups. NCAA. Who's over NCAA? Who's over NCAA?
Say again, sir.
Small hat, sir.
Yeah. Who? What happened to the Black Panthers? What happened to Black Lives Matter? Who's over all of these? You know what I mean? Who's in there? You understand? I can tell you what, they're not in here. Yeah, they're not in here. And they will never get a seat in here. You understand? This is one thing that's for black people, Hispanics, and Native Indian. This truth. You understand? Which is not diluted. Now you understand why the purple lavender boys, why they around. Why they around? Anybody?
It's a lot out of one.
Mm-hmm.
They're just another distraction.
They're propaganda. They're there to push the propaganda. They are working for the so-called oppressor. Their leader is working for the oppressor. You understand? So now you push it. You push so much out there that there's so much information out there that guess what? Now black people had to sift through it. Now they say at camp, why did both of you all not the same? Now the questions start to come. You understand? And the only thing that's going to destroy a lie is your truth Aquath. You understand? You better come in this class and learn the truth. Push the truth. You understand? Live your life like it depended on this truth. You understand? Don't come in here and then as soon as we close the book, we go offline, you back to Joe Blow in the world. You understand? You with a cigarette in your mouth. You in the strip club. You understand? You come in here and do what? You learn and you become somebody brand new. You understand? And you go there and fish brothers, fish sisters into this truth. You understand? All right. And with that, any question before I let you all out? If not, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bankayal.
Clap it up. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I'm going to render one courteous salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Men of Israel, Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai Thumb.
Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai Thumb.
Yadamatah, Sar, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, I.S.U.P.K, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shabbat. Shimi Al-Shai. All right, Yadamatah, Yashab means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th. In the Hebrew, it's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. The priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of First Fruits. Starts after the Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown, Sunday, April 28th of this year. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day, which is Monday, June 17th of this year. Start before sundown. According to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 10 through 22. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.